सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all the learners and viewers in this very special session of CIT NCERT named Sahyog. I am Renu Bhatt with you all, and you are watching us live on eVidya channels on channel number 6 to 12. And apart from all these channels, you are with us on our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. And dear learners and viewers, before we start this particular session, let me give you a brief about Sahyog session. As you all know, Sahyog and Paricharcha sessions are held under MANODARPAN initiative, and it's a brilliant initiative by Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, so that we can provide psychosocial support to all the students, their parents and teachers across the country, and we talk about their mental well-being as well. So in this particular session, we are going to know and learn more about a particular topic that is quite important in these scenarios, and the topic is family values and mental health of adolescents. And we all know family plays a vital role in everyone's life. So what exactly those family values are, and how does it impact an adolescent's mental health? We have joined by our esteemed guest. So without any further delay, let's quickly meet them. You are Dr. Brajyanti Devi from NIRI NCERT Shillong. Very warm welcome, ma'am.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. And we have joined by our practicing counselor as well. You are Mr. Vikito Zimomi. Very warm welcome, sir.
नमस्कार.
Namaskar, sir. स्वागत है आपका. And before we start this particular session, let me share some certain information to all the viewers and learners. In case they have any query regarding and related to this particular topic, you can reach out to us through our various mediums. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800-440-559. Either you can drop a mail as well, and our email address is sahyog.ncert@cit.nic.in. And if you have joined us by through our YouTube channel, that is NCERT Official, you have to go to the live chat box, and then only you can drop your comment out there. Our experts will be happy to answer all your queries and doubts if you have any. Without any further delay, let's quickly start this particular session, and we'll start this session from Brajyanti ma'am, from you, and we are talking about family values. So my first question to you, what exactly are the family values, ma'am? What are those, ma'am?
Okay. So there is no hard and fast definition of family values because it is contextual, as it is hard to pin down what exactly meant by the word family first by different individuals, because in all the families, what the practice, what we think it is good is it depends on the individual. So some families consider some things to be good, and some family consider something to be good. That's why family values is contextual with the family. But some common definitions and the common practices doing in every families are there. So the term family values may be referred to the ideas which uphold certain moral and the ethical principles that were instilled in the children during their childhood, after seeing or after experiencing what their parents do in the family, and parents do in the family, and the other family members follow. So these also one of the, the definition of the way how we can define family values. And the family values also particularly of traditional or conservative kind, which are usually held to promote the family functioning and strengthen the fabric of society. Because whatever we do, suppose I belong to a Hindu community of Manipur, and the one my family thinks it is good, it is to be followed by my child, and it is considered to be good as my society, may be quite different from a different community, suppose a Muslim community or Hindu community in different state, and also then community wise also it is different. That's why values particularly of traditional, because traditional is what our forefathers are doing and the what is transcends from the our parents and the our forefathers to the the present generation is the tradition. So values particularly of traditional of conservative kind is also known as family values, and the family values which are traditional or cultural values that pertain to the family's structure, functions, roles, beliefs, attitudes, and the ideals also considered as to be the uh, family values. And there are many family values. Some examples of which are spiritual values or religious values are different again. And the character values, social values, civic values, work values, and the home values are considered to be the family values. And the family values may be manifested as in terms of thinking family first, or loyalty, or caring of one another, then community values, quality time, faith, hard work, honesty, respect, accountability. All these are some of the
Ma'am, you can have a sip of water. Yes, and dear learners and viewers, in case you have any query, feel free to reach out to us through our various medium. We are expecting your participation in this particular session. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800 and you can either drop a mail as well on our email address, that is sahyog.ncert@cit.nic.in. We are expecting your participation. You are free to send your feedback as well. And ma'am, shall we continue, ma'am?
yes, sir. These are some of the values we consider as family values.
Okay, so those are the values, and as ma'am just told you, dear learners and viewers, there is no such hard and fast rule. Sir, here, sir, we would like to know more about family values, and most important, the importance of family's value. What exactly the importance of family values, sir? Please explain to all our viewers and learners, sir.
Thank you so much for the question, Renu ma'am. Good evening, all the viewers. Dr. Devi ma'am has rightly put that each family has unique core values and on the priorities of their needs and individuals. So these family values actually, like defines what important to each one of us, or these beliefs and idea that binds togetherness. But at the end of the day, each of these values, come up with this, boil down with some of the important component that we try to inculcate with our children. So what are all these? Like we tend to like tell our children to respect elders, or be kindness, or like be honesty, or hard work. You have to be hard work, and communication, all and education, health, responsibilities, or maybe like friendship. So these are some of the like values that we try to inculcate with the children. And the importance of like, why do we have to inculcate all these qualities or all these values to the children, are because when we try to inculcate all these values installed with the children, then what automatically happens, it like enriches bound within your own families. It also give their kids guidance principle that they can use to make like ethical and intellectual decisions that they can able to take. Also, if we inculcate these values with the children, then what happens is it helps children cope with their outside influence. And not only that, but it also like nurturing respect among the family members as well. The another important thing is like, if we inculcate these values to the children, then what happens is it promote a healthy lifestyle, especially for children and adolescents. And here, what I also wanted to point out is like we should not only about this, but like if we are talking about the family values, then like if we look into this present context and present generation, we should also like like add up these like like the sleep and the food habit that they're consuming is also should also be put under the family values, because what exactly is happening is
All
really
right.
hampering the the children. It Am I audible?
Yes, sir, quite audible now. Please
So what
continue,
happens
sir.
is like yeah, the sleep deprivation is really hampering the children, especially with the adolescents, because it like it like when they are not sleep properly, what exactly is happening with them is they are not able to like they often get irritated, they cannot able to concentrate, they cannot able to focus and all this. So if we can able to incorporate this sleep also in part of the family values, that is going to be a very helpful. Another thing is the food habit that they are consuming on the daily basis, that if we can able to also disciplining these areas also, then that can also be a big help. So like I think these are some of the like importance of the family values, and if we can able to inculcate all these things, then it can help in these areas as well.
Okay. So till now we came to know that what family values are and what is the importance of family values. Now it's time for us to know more about family values, and here we would like to know how the family values impact mental health of children. Devi ma'am, please answer. Devi ma'am, are we audible to you?
Yes, yes. We have discussed about what are the family values and why it is important, and so now we have to say about the how these family values help in maintaining the promoting mental health and the bringing good mental health to the adolescents. So there are mainly four types of mental health disorders, namely mood disorder, anxiety disorder, personality disorder, and a psychotic disorder. But in India, as per the report, in India, adolescents particularly vulnerable to mental health problems like depression and the anxiety. So now, like family conflict, because we have said about the family values and the family conflicts which contradict family values. Because there are so many conflicts, so that means there is family values are not maintaining properly. So family conflicts which contradicts the family values is one of the significant cause of the anxiety of the children. That's why by maintaining family values, family conflicts can be avoided. And this family conflict, since we can avoid, we can reduce the family conflicts. So it is helping towards the better mental health of the children. And sometimes we are forced to to do something to the children as a discipline of the family. So this forcefully the imposing on the children should be avoided, because this may induce to the child about their view in the world is a very dangerous place and the threatening, which may lead to anxiety. That means we should not allow them, we should not, permit that our permission is not okay, but if we use some of the discipline forcefully also, it gives the negative impact. That's why when we practice the family values, this should be avoided. And the abuse, neglect, divorce in the family, poverty at home, which is against sending a message to the children, because the parents, when parents practice some of the family values, they should think that we should send a message to the child that they are the loved ones of the parents at home, and the parents are giving utmost importance, and their well-being takes precedence over other competing interests of the family and the other family members. So if parents can uh, give this message to the child by practicing some of the family values, then children will think that they are loved ones and that they think that family is behind them, and because of this, and the many of the anxiety and the many of the factors affecting the child's mental health can be avoided. And the family also can build and support children's confidence, resilience, optimism, and the identity, all of which are helpful for mental well-being, because the child become anxiety, the child become depression when they are having very self-low esteem, and when they could not cope up with the situation and with the issues they face in the society, and when they cannot express, when they cannot take the advice from the parents, when the parents are not very friendly, when the parents are too strict, then they cannot open up with the issues and they cannot share with the problems they face in the society because of all these things. And some of these are very important causes for the anxiety and the depression. So if the family values practice in the child support the children this way by the parents, then most of the causes and most of the reasons for prey fault of the children to the anxiety and the depression can be avoided, so that on the other way it can be that can be promoted, and the warmth and the responsive consistent discipline also required, so that they can be protected from the, as Viketo also said, that they can be protected from the family values can be used to protect the children from the influence of the evil influence in the society. And the joint family helps us to teach the importance of commitment in the life, and they strengthens our unity. So when we are unite, many of the problems can be solved with the by consulting with the parents, by taking advice from the parents, by taking advice from the elders and family members. So they will not feel lonely, and the feeling of loneliness is one of the reason for anxiety, one of the reason for the depression. So these few factors can be avoided when the parents practices good family values. So these are the things.
Right. So family values are important, and it directly impacts the mental health of all the children. And here, Viketo sir, we would like to know about the ways to inculcate family values for mental well-being of children. So what are those ways, sir? Please explain to us. Viketo sir.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so transmitting the family values, or maybe inculcating the family values to children's or other household members will require a dedication and time. But having said that, we can follow a few strategies. Maybe the first thing is acknowledging and apologize when make mistakes. Many a times what happens is parents, they always try to show that they knows everything, and then they don't bother to apologize to the children and all. But sometimes, because at the end of the day each one of us are imperfect human beings, so we are supposed to make mistakes. So whenever, be the parents or be the teachers, whenever they make mistakes and all, it's okay to apologize to them, and then they also should learn through our role models with that. Another thing is lead by example. Usually children's, they learn from the observation, they learn from the examples. So whatever the moral values or whatever the values that you wanted to install them, try to practice. And whatever you are saying, you should also apply it in your own daily life, so that they can easily able to learn from by observing you. And the another strategy, or maybe ways to inculcate, is to create family values list together and displays in somewhere in the prominent locations, so that any times whenever the children go around or look around, when they see that it will be a reminder for them, so that they can able to put into their daily activities as well. And one very important thing is discussing with the children about the values and importance that you wanted your family members, or you wanted your families to to practice. Because simply ordering them to follow may not serve the purpose, but sometimes sitting together and then making them aware, why do you wanted to inculcate these values to them, so that what will be the outcome, making them aware, sit together and discuss about these things will also be it will help them to inculcate. Another way is empower your children to make their own decision. What happens is especially many the children, they cannot able to take the decision of their own, and it's because of when we really see the problem is because of the family upbringing. Many times parents, they do not allow their children to take decision by themselves, and because of that, even the smallest decision they cannot able to take. by their children. So until and unless if it's something, the big decision that is not going to harm them, then small decision let them also take. And if if we give them that freedom, then I think in the later on they can make a bigger decision making also. Sometimes we forget to praise them whenever they achieve or whenever they fulfill the values that you install them. So whenever they fulfill any values that you install, please praise them, or praise your children when they demonstrate the family values, or examples of empathy or respect when they exhibit these habits. And when you witness, please praise them, or give them regards with this, so that it will boost their moral values and also their self-esteem as well. Show affection for family members through your action and word. As I've said, it's very important to show them your action, and not only that, or not only your words, but only through your actions also. Sometimes talk about the difficult situation in the news and ask your children to consider how they would respond based on your family values. Whenever you are sitting together, show them and make them give them the situation, and then allow them to analyze, or how would they react. It will really help them, and it will really boost their confidence as well. And sometimes voluntary as a family in the society, so everywhere, please feel free to do the voluntary work in the society also, so that they can, it is also a way of teaching them to philanthropist work and all. So I think these are some of the ways that we can inculcate family values to the children.
So we can say that it's parents' duty to inculcate all those family values to their children, right? They need to talk to them.
Exactly, yes.
It's time for us to wrap up this session. We are running very short of time, but Devi ma'am, we would like you to conclude this session, ma'am.
Yeah. So since the nowadays anxiety and the depression is a very big issue facing by all the children in all the family. I think most of the children, because at the age of 13 to 17, also reports say that 7.3% of the children at the age of 13 to 17 are victimization of the depression and the anxiety even at the young age. And the the older age also, there is lots of report working on anxiety and the depression. So now it is high time for us to how to cope up with this, how to control, how to reduce it. That's why parents should understand, because what are the values, family values, which they should practice at home, so that their children will be very friendly with them, and when they go out, they should have positive thinking, because family gives this positive thinking. Because when you are very positive, then when you go out, most of the problem is reduced to half. Because if you started thinking this is problem, this is insult, this is I am the only one victimized by them, and if you do not realize the world and the full realization of the world and the problems to be faced in the society, if you have a practice at home, and if you see your parents what are they doing, what are they facing, and how they solve the problem in a smooth way, in a positive way, then when you are accustomed to those things, and the children will start thinking this whatever I am facing is a normal for other people also. It is not only for me, and it is not a big issue for me. So if you started thinking positively, then I think most of the taking revenge and the taking and the thinking negatively and that challenge, all these things can be the reduce. And when we reduce all these the issues, all these factors affecting child's mind, then we can without doing much effort for medication, and also we can reduce the the mental health to half, and we can improve the mental well-being of the child by practicing and by demonstrating some of the good values and some of the positive thinking. And these things we can do by the parents. So it is very important for the parents to have this message that they should try to practice some good values for their children at home, so that children will have less problem when they go out and when they become to the citizen of the society.
Very rightly said, ma'am. And if all the dear learners, if you have good family values, you can deal things very easily and you can solve your problems very easily. It's time for me to wrap up this session. But before that, let me thank our experts. Thank you so very much, Brajayanti ma'am and Viketu sir, for being with us. Thank you so very much for sharing your valuable information.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And before I wrap up this particular session, let me share a very important piece of information regarding e-content competition. Dear learners, as you all know, CIT NCERT is happy to announce the All India Children's Educational e-content competition for this year. If you are a teacher, teacher educator, student or independent educational e-content creator, we invite you to send in your best e-content for the competition. For more details and the registration form, you can visit the activity section of our official website, that is cit.ncert.gov.in, or you can either scan the QR code on the screen. The last date for sending your entries is 10th of January 2024, and it's time for me to wrap up this session. So me, Renu Bhatt, along with my whole team is taking your leave, but you stay tuned to eVidya channels and NCERT official YouTube channel for more informative program. Namaskar.
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।